pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The heart! What are these? Make these babies cry on the way back home, yo. Hey, Clifford! These babies cry on the way back home. Check.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naheem Hines, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Let's go!
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Show it up. Show it up. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Black.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he is going to lose yardage here. Called it a full 3 yards in the run. Direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Let's get it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. There's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, he's want to go 3 and outs. He want
that will be brought down by the Colts.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping a tight end in, maybe a back. Someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Throwing his Cousins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Let's go, touchdown.
Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. A good hold of these right conditions. The point after's up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big run there by Johnson, 54 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So, barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check your hot read.
Here's Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go. Black 80. Hey, they scared. Black 45. 45. Mike, 45. Come to my Black
2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
46, boy. 46 to Mike. There's a party now.
Out of the gun, that's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
No spacing. Got 4 down.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he is all the way up past the 25. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he's got some space here. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Here we go.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
He's checking. Wide. Check. Switch.
Gun.
Shoot. Watch the shoot. Alert 3.
I'm going. Let's go.
And he's got this down to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job. They'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
To throw it is Cousins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing and they got it done.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Sterling Shepard with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And, of course, they add on to their advantage. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Don't get nervous.
Help out.
Safety. Little Mike.
Luther, sir.
Hey, pick
Black, what's that?
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. You think back to all the big games that Big Ben has had over the years in his NFL career, and numbers-wise, his biggest game came against these Indianapolis Colts. That was in October 2014. The numbers from that, gosh, video game like 522 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 51-34 Steeler win in Pittsburgh.
Alert, alert. Black, sir.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, picked up, and the Colts pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Jahan, lady.
Take left.
Left 50. Hey, Jahan.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Check 3. Tight yard.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best run play.
Here's Cousins. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. Well, a few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver and tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready? Black 20. 52. Double bump. Hey, exit.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Complete, it's Johnson. Stop shy of the 45. Showing off a nice little move on the play, though. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Off the ball, here's Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Alert, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Bryant. And caught up. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Here we go, here we
This
go.
offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kill.
Here we go, here we go.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I'm coming after you, 25. Here I come. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
You think you won't get this? What's the distance? You think you won't get this?
Here's Hines. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Right.
On play action, Cousins. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
3rd and 14.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Two. Leave it. Bring up 48.
Now Cousins. And he's got his man Hilton. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Gun. Go now. Check 50. Good route here. Check 52. Hey, box drop.
Cousins. This one complete to Ingram. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he spikes it to stop the clock, and now if they choose, they'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here.
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger going deep here for Bryant. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
That happened to you before.
Stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They run the counter. Hines. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. All right, we're done.
They run again with Hines. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
First down, Indianapolis.
Say. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. They find some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Black 20. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Check 13. Check 13. Check.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. It's picked by the linebacker T.J. Watt. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Following the interception, Cousins. It's held in by Shepard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Quaker Omaha. Rush in.
Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's third and short.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The catcher gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. P.J. Williams with a pick.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Monday, that's what. 90 is a mic. I'm on.
Flacco looking for his first toss. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Ready? Let's go. Monday. Hey, let's go. Hey, Alpha. 90 is a mic. Here we go.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32. Sack by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Flacco fakes the ball, sets the throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. And a catch made by Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
They can't stop you.
T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, it's Johnson. And out of the run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a steal on first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. He was looking for Edelman there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Now it's Hines. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 50.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 60 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check. SOS.
Now it's him carrying for Johnson. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Johnson on the counter. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Flushed out right. And he's going to let it go deep. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over. And when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get out of it.
There goes Sterling Shepard. A huge play that time for the Colts. 54 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On the keeper. It's a loss of one. Brings up second and goal.